If you work in an office setting, if your day is just toggling between a CRM, a bunch of financial tools, or just way too many spreadsheets, I want you to pause and consider something.
Yeah.
There's this massive invisible cost to your daily work.
We've seen sources suggesting that anywhere from 20 to 40% of an employee's time is just lost, gone, to purely repetitive administrative tasks. So if a third of your day is being eaten up, where does all that time actually go?
Well, it's the inefficiency that's hiding in plain sight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just lost time, it's the systemic friction that drains resources. And this is the critical part. It opens up really severe security vulnerabilities in big organizations.
Wow.
This kind of admin inefficiency is, I would say, the single biggest operational bottleneck facing every enterprise today.
And that inefficiency is exactly what we're deep diving into. We are analyzing a new approach to automation from EON Reality. Specifically, we're focusing on their EON Desktop Agent and this philosophy they call observation-based intelligence.
Right. Our mission today is to really understand how this method, which, moves away from rigid assumptions about work, is trying to redefine white-collar automation. The promise here is true, reliable efficiency with stability, something traditional automation has largely failed to achieve.
And that's what immediately jumped out to us in the sources, this shift in philosophy. They aren't just relying on what management thinks a workflow is or even one employee's memory of it.
Right.
They're actually observing workflows as they truly exist across hundreds of users to build what they call reality-based automation. And that observation is the key. That's how you create automations that don't just break the second an exception pops up.
Okay, let's unpack this. We should probably start by grounding ourselves in just the scale of the problem. This solution is designed to fix what EON Reality and, other analysts are calling the hidden factory.
The hidden factory is a perfect metaphor for it. It really is. It's this invisible assembly line that runs underneath all knowledge work, just constantly generating waste.
And this waste isn't malicious, right?
No, not at all. It's simply the result of systems that just don't talk to each other.
Right. It's the pain points we all experience. Rekeying data from a PDF into a separate database, or doing redundant checks because one department doesn't trust another's data.
Or just the manual copy-paste jobs to bridge two totally disconnected software platforms.
Exactly. It's the silent administrative grunt work that, sure, it keeps the lights on, but it provides zero actual business value.
And this friction is just, it's pervasive. That 20 to 40% time loss metric is huge. But look at a function like finance. They might spend days at the end of the month just manually reconciling data between the invoicing system, the expense platform, the general ledger. That's highly paid professional staff doing the work of a stable robot.
And if we look at another critical area, human resources, the cost becomes even more acute, and it introduces a massive risk vector.
Absolutely. The sources use HR onboarding as the textbook example of systemic failure. Just setting up a new employee, granting access to Workday, creating an Office 365 profile, adding them to Active Directory, that often takes 3 to 5 days per hire.
3 to 5 days.
Or higher, because the systems aren't integrated. That's days of lost productivity for every single new person joining the company.
But the security implication is what really raises the alarm. When that manual process fails, you end up with what the analysts call zombie accounts.
Exactly. When offboarding is also manual and inefficient, user profiles are often left orphaned. They still have system access rights long after an employee has left or changed roles.
That sounds like a nightmare.
It is. These zombie accounts are a major attack vector, and dealing with the breaches and the recovery costs, it runs into millions of dollars annually for large enterprises. This inefficiency is a massive liability.
So if the problem is this clear and this expensive, why hasn't it been solved? We've had traditional robotic process automation, RPA, for years, and yet the hidden factory is still there.
This is the critical juncture. Traditional RPA solutions have fallen short because they are built on assumptions. An organization, they interview a few key employees, they map out the happy path.
The ideal scenario.
The ideal scenario where nothing goes wrong, and then they script an automated routine based on that single path.
But real-world work is messy. It's unpredictable. There's always an exception, a system lag, a pop-up warning that the original script just didn't account for.
Precisely. And traditional RPA just cannot cope with that nuance. They are fragile. They don't understand context. The sources report that these scripted bots have a consistently high failure rate, often between, 30 and 50%.
Wow, so half the time it just breaks.
It breaks, and employees have to manually step in, fix the issue, run the task again, and trust in the system just degrades so quickly. When your tool fails half the time, it introduces more instability than it solves.
That level of instability means the promised ROI just evaporates. So here's the question. How does the EON Desktop Agent solve this? By shifting away from these fragile assumption-based scripts to a framework based on observable reality. What makes this approach possible now?
The timing is perfect, really. We're seeing three major forces converge. First is the LLM inflection point, LLM, large language model. This is the AI tech behind the recent generative boom. Crucially, this AI is now mature enough to semantically understand screen-based workflows.
Okay, that's a huge shift. So you're saying the AI moves beyond being just a mechanical recorder that tracks mouse clicks.
Absolutely. It now understands the meaning of the action. It can parse that you are interacting with the date of birth field, not just clicking at coordinate XY.
Yeah.
The second force is the stark labor cost crisis. Enterprises are under so much economic pressure, they simply must automate this repetitive, low-value work for survival.
And the third force, which we already touched on, is the security imperative. The unacceptable risk of those zombie accounts demands a stable, instantaneous solution for provisioning and deprovisioning.
Right, a solution that integrates directly with policy, eliminating that manual lag time.
So the EON Desktop Agent is the synthesis of these needs.
Exactly. It acts first as a magnifying glass, revealing the shadow workflows that actually exist, and then as a precise tool to automate those messy realities safely and effectively. The whole process is defined by their Observe, Model, Automate framework.
That framework sounds like the recipe for resilience. How does that modeling stage specifically build in the stability that traditional RPA lacked?
By using real-time monitoring across multiple users, the system observes hundreds of different variations and exceptions. The common workarounds, the necessary delays, the manual fixes. It uses this massive data set to build a resilient, probabilistic workflow model. Instead of relying on one clean script, it understands the whole range of acceptable behaviors.
Which drastically reduces the failure rate.
Drastically, because the system has already seen how people naturally handle the messiness.
That's the key difference then. Not expecting perfection, but accounting for reality. Okay, let's dive into the intelligence layer. For the automation to be this robust, the observation must be highly nuanced. What are the 4 core capabilities that make this platform fundamentally smarter?
Okay, so these 4 functions are what ensure the automation is high quality and dependable. The first is semantic capture. As we touched on, traditional tools might just capture a screenshot. The desktop agent interprets the document object model, or DOM, data.
And the DOM is essentially the blueprint of the web page or application itself, right? The structure.
Exactly. Think of it like this. Traditional RPA memorizes the exact floor tile where the exit sign usually hangs. If the sign moves slightly, the automation is lost. Semantic capture reads the sign. It understands the element is labeled submit or employee ID, regardless of whether the button is a little bigger or shifted a few pixels. That understanding is foundational to stability.
If it understands the meaning, it can adapt. That makes perfect sense, especially in an enterprise environment where software updates are constant. What's the second capability?
Gold standard identification. And this is the answer to a big risk with observation.
Okay, because if you just watch everyone...
You might just automate the bad habits, right?
Exactly. You'd just be making the inefficiency faster.
Right. So what this does is it actively identifies and then codifies the workflows of what they call super users. The people who, through experience, have found the fastest, most effective way to complete a task.
That's a crucial filter. So it's not just recording the average, it's learning from the expert. Ensuring the automation is based on the most optimized process available.
And that optimized process needs validation before you deploy it. That leads us to the third capability, pattern confidence scoring.
Tell us more about that, the scoring threshold.
Automations are only triggered, and certainly only deployed, when the observed workflow patterns reach an 80% confidence score. Think of it like a really demanding editor. The editor only approves a script once. 8 out of 10 people in the rehearsal run it perfectly and account for every common deviation. This threshold actively minimizes instability risks before the automation ever goes live.
A built-in, statistically driven quality control. And finally, the fourth capability, which I think speaks directly to trust and human control. Human-in-the-loop gates.
Yes, this is critical. For any steps requiring complex judgment or ambiguity or signing off on sensitive exceptions, human oversight is deliberately preserved. The machine handles the tedious data entry, the repetitive steps, but any step that demands moral or critical judgment has to be reviewed and authorized by a human operator. The goal is to eliminate the tedium, not the decision maker.
It sounds like they have really built a platform that respects complexity, security, and human judgment all at once. What about two other crucial things for any enterprise? Privacy and compliance.
The privacy-first architecture is non-negotiable for a platform like this. To prevent any surveillance risks, EON implements local redaction for personally identifiable information, or PII. So the system ensures the company gets aggregated data like bottleneck insights and time-saving metrics, without ever giving managers direct visibility into an individual's personal workflow.
So the organization gets the efficiency insights, but without sacrificing the trust or privacy of the individual.
Precisely. And the other feature, policy-aware automation, this is a game changer for big regulated companies. Compliance rules are inherited directly from policy documents without needing manual reprogramming. This means the automation instantly adheres to organizational and regulatory standards. If a compliance rule changes, the system understands the implication and adjusts the automation path automatically. It eliminates a massive area of risk.
That capability alone must eliminate huge amounts of compliance time. Okay, let's transition now from the philosophy to the hard results. They started with an MVP, a minimum viable product focused on HR operations. Why
HR operations was chosen as a low-risk, high-volume entry point. It's repetitive, it spans disconnected systems, and like we said, it has that direct security impact with zombie accounts. It's the perfect test case to demonstrate reliable observation-based automation.
And what are the hard numbers we're seeing from this rollout? This is where the value really needs to be proven.
The benefits are dramatic. Remember that new employee provisioning time, that process that typically took 72 hours.
3 whole days of lost productivity for the new hire and for the HR team.
Yeah. That provisioning time is reduced from 72 hours to just 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. And the manual error rates in that process are lowered from 12% down to less than 1%. And, most importantly for security, the creation of zombie accounts is completely eliminated. The offboarding is stable, policy-aware, and instantaneous.
Those numbers are massive. But what about the ROI? The sources claim something like $1.2 million in annual savings for an enterprise onboarding just 1,000 employees. Is that realistic?
Well, that number is calculated directly from those metrics. If you consider eliminating 3 days of manual admin work per hire, reducing errors by over 90%, and avoiding all the costly cleanup from data issues and security risks, the figure starts to look quite plausible. This isn't theoretical savings, it's demonstrable cost avoidance.
And how are they ensuring this gets adopted across the enterprise after this initial win?
They're taking a strategic, tiered approach. The initial implementation is a focused 6-week pilot for the HR MVP to quickly deliver that ROI and prove the system is stable. Once HR is optimized, the plan is to expand to other high-volume functions like IT provisioning, financial reconciliation, and eventually complex customer support workflows.
So what does this all mean for the future of knowledge work? It really sounds like we're finally moving past the era of fragile, scripted bots and into an age where AI can fundamentally understand and manage the chaotic reality of our digital workplaces.
It means we are finally turning that hidden inefficiency, that 20 to 40% of wasted employee time, into measurable, recaptured value. We're seeing a solution that offers highly resilient automation without compromising the human need for judgment or the organizational need for privacy.
The chairman of EON Reality, Dan Lushascar, he summarized it perfectly. He said, by capturing workflows as they truly exist, not as they're imagined, we're turning hidden inefficiencies into measurable value without compromising human judgment or privacy. He goes on, with this solution, we're closing the automation gap that has held enterprises back for years.
The future isn't about replacing people. It's about giving them an invisible, policy-aware assistant that just handles all that necessary administrative friction.
Which leaves us with one final provocative thought for you to consider. Think about your own schedule. If 20 to 40% of your current repetitive tasks, the work that requires no critical thought, just tedious data movement, were suddenly handled by a stable, reliable automation agent, how much more complex problem-solving time or collaboration time or even creative time could you reclaim? The real promise here isn't just efficiency for the company's sake. It's unlocking profound human capacity by freeing up our minds from the mundane. What would you do with that reclaimed time?